All right, great. I have the pleasure of speaking with Paola. She is a client, and we just sold her property yesterday. It closed, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And I just want to ask you a couple quick questions, just to kind of paint the story of the arc of the journey we just went through. So, why don't you just tell us a little bit about before we had the opportunity to meet, what was the situation and what were some of the worries that you were going through?
Well, I was trying to sell my condo at that time. I was with a different realtor at that time for about 6 months. And I had some unfortunate situations with the realtor and other circumstances. It fell escrow twice. I wasn't getting, I felt at that time, proper guidance by my realtor. And he was a very known realtor in the area, highly recommended, has a great track record. So I was surprised I was running into these issues. So I had to put it off the market for a while in order to try to relist it at least 90 days later. So I took a pause from that realtor. So my concerns were not selling my condo.
Yeah, that put you in a difficult position while it was on the market not selling, and then you had to wait after that. So,
Yeah, and I was just waiting. I was already 60 days in, just kind of waiting to relist,
mhm.
and until I found you, and thankfully we were able to square some options and get this going.
Yeah, and even the guidance or the misguidance of you having to wait 90 days, that was not accurate as well. You could have relisted.
Right. It was yeah. So I was misinformed, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm glad, you were able to help me out and get some options on the table.
Yeah. And just to jump into the weeds of your previous two transactions, the way that I recall it is you did have escrow open, you did go 30 days, and then they asked for an additional extension for 14 days, and then they canceled on day 14, which would be 30 plus 14, so day 44. Is that accurate?
Correct. That was one escrow
Wow.
situation. Yeah.
And were you able to get like earnest money down or any kind of recompense financially for your time?
No,
No.
nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Uh-huh. And that's what really struck me as like a failure of a fiduciary duty to really hold someone's feet to the fire, a buyer, so that if they fail to perform, at least you would be compensated for your time. And it sounds like that wasn't done, and it sounds like that's unfortunate that you were in that situation.
Yeah, it really was. I didn't realize how bad it was until I was already, 8 months in the hole, so to speak.
Geez, that's tough.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get to us meeting, and then what was it like to work with me and the team? And then what, most salespeople can promise you the moon and don't deliver. So what was it about when we spoke that you felt comfortable and confident to put me to work?
I think you were very knowledgeable about what I was talking about, and you understood my situation, and also I was transparent what was happening and my situation, and you offered several ideas and or solutions that seemed helpful. And that's when I started speaking to you further about some more details, about some strategies and so forth. I think you being transparent and honest about what you can do and what went wrong and how we can potentially arrange that. At that point, I didn't have much to lose, but I was scared to obviously put it back in the market sooner and what have you. So I felt um, comfortable in the sense of you understanding where I was coming from and the actual solutions that I didn't get from my previous realtor that you offered. And we were able to work together. I felt with my former realtor, I was I was not working with him. He was kind of independently working to try to sell my condo, which obviously didn't work out so great.
Yeah, so you appreciated the team approach and our collaborative approach.
Yes, yes, totally.
Good.
Way different.
Okay. And thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And then how did it turn out? I just looked. We first had the opportunity to speak together on August 30th. So I think we're coming at maybe 5 going on 6 weeks. And how did it turn out? And how do you feel about the deal once it's done?
Well, it turned out obviously wonderfully. I mean, we were able to get a great offer within, I think it was 5 days that it
Hmm.
was on the market,
Hmm.
which a couple offers, not just the one. So that worked. And um, Erik did his research and made sure that the offer from the actual buyer was a real solid one versus maybe not so solid compared to others, and the potential of it going through escrow. So he looked at other factors that my previous realtor didn't look at, which I think was really helpful. So we didn't just automatically go with the highest bid, but with the smartest bid with his research, with your research, Erik. So I do appreciate that because I think that was really helpful in actually selecting a buyer. But the outcome obviously has been great. We closed escrow in less than 30 days, a little bit earlier, which is fantastic. A lot of de-stress, a lot of communication transparency as the process was going through. And I had no hiccups, thankfully, Erik, and perfect timing as I'm 8 months pregnant and I wanted to sell the condo right before having a baby, so I will not be tied up on the situation with my condo. So thank you very much for expediting everything and doing everything so just with finesse, and I didn't have to worry about much besides just sitting back and letting everything go through. So thank you.
Wow, that's news to
Mhm.
me. Congratulations. I didn't know you
Yeah,
were pregnant throughout this whole time.
yeah, I'm due next month. So it
Wow.
was just kind of perfect. Everything just kind of fell in line. So I'm really glad that we were able to speak and just things turned out really nice. Erik, I really appreciate that. I think I wouldn't have given it a go if I didn't feel that you had other ideas and approaches that would actually work. So I'm glad it did and it worked fast. So even better.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you and your
Yeah,
family.
thank
Um,
you.
and then just a few things about our transaction is, yeah, we got two buyers to negotiate against each other, drove up the price 25,000. And
Yes,
then one of the factors that I look for you for the my sellers is that what are some emotional connections that the buyer might have to the property? Because the more emotionally connected, the less chance of a deal falling through. So in this
right.
case, the buyers had a father that lived across the street, so we knew that the connection was there and there was a high probability of success.
Yeah, and that was a great point. I'm not sure why my other realtor who was experienced didn't bring that up as a factor. I mean, there was multiple offers then too, so I'm not sure why we didn't look at the best option. So yes, thank you very much, Erik, for that.
Wow. Well,
Mm.
congratulations
Thank
for the
you.
successful sale and for the baby on the way.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, Erik. I really appreciate everything. And your team, everyone worked promptly and smoothly, and like no pressure on my end per se, at all, besides just hoping that everything would go through. So I'm glad you guys were able to assist and this is all done and over with. I'm so happy.
Yeah, that's
Perfect
wonderful.
timing.
now you can focus on what's really important, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Tremendous relief. Okay,
Yeah,
wonderful. Well, I'll get you let you get back to making a baby, and
thank you.
congratulations. And I'm so
Appreciate
happy
it.
that I played a small role in alleviating some stress, so that you can focus on what's most important.
Yeah, thank you so much. You have no idea how great you guys been,
Thank
honestly.
you. Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Mhm.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Paola.
Erik.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.